All right, let's talk about something that might just flip everything you think you know about love on its head. We're diving into this idea that real, true love, well, it isn't some big, passionate storm. It's actually calm. So let's get into it.
You know this story, right? We see it in movies, we hear it in every love song. This idea that love is supposed to be a crazy roller coaster, full of these insane highs and crushing lows. We're taught that those butterflies, that bit of anxiety, that dizzy feeling, that's how you know it's real. But what if all of that is, well, wrong?
And this is where things get really interesting. This is the core idea we're going to unpack, and it comes from Indian spiritual wisdom. It basically says that anything that's true, anything that's real, doesn't cause chaos. It creates peace. And yep, that goes for love too. Okay, so first up, we need to tackle what we can call the intensity myth. This is that huge, common misunderstanding that all that emotional drama is a sign of passion, when really, it might be a symptom of something totally different. And this is where so many of us get tripped up. We take this whole jumble of feelings, the thrill, the fear they might leave, the drama of fighting and making up, and we just slap the label love on all of it. But those intense feelings, they're usually coming from a place of insecurity, not a true connection.
So to really get to the bottom of this, we've got to understand a super important distinction. It's the difference between attachment and real love. Nailing this down is the key to seeing why one feels like a hurricane and the other feels like, well, coming home.
So this first concept is called Mo. And let's be clear, this isn't love, it's attachment. Mo is all about fear. The fear of losing someone, the fear of being alone. And that fear is what creates all the jealousy, the possessiveness, that constant nagging need for someone to tell you you're okay. That's where the drama lives. And then, on the complete other side of the spectrum, you have Prem. And this is what represents real love. See, Prem isn't about clinging on for dear life. It's about acceptance. It's built on a solid foundation of freedom, of deep, genuine trust. And because of that, it just feels peaceful. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you've got the total storm of Mo, intense, fearful, possessive. And on the other, you have the still, clear waters of Prem, calm, trusting, and free. They're two completely different worlds.
So you might be wondering, okay, if Prem is so much healthier, why are we so addicted to the intensity of Mo? Well, it seems to have a lot to do with our own minds, and specifically the ego and its weird need for drama.
It really breaks down like this. See, it all starts inside us with a sense of restlessness, of anxiety. And that comes from our ego, from our own insecurities. The chaos we feel in a relationship is often just our own internal storm being projected onto someone else. And that feeling of calm, it only really shows up when that ego starts to take a backseat. Here's another way to think about it. Imagine there are these two opposing forces. You've got Rajas, which is all about that chaotic, passionate, overwhelming energy. But then you have Sattva, which is about clarity, balance, and stability. Real love, or Prem, comes from that balanced, stable Sattva state, not from the wild energy of Rajas. All right, so if we're not chasing the drama, what does this calm, secure love actually feel like, day to day? Let's look at some of the signs. This is what it really looks like. It's when you can just sit together in silence, and it's not awkward, it's comfortable. It's when some physical distance doesn't make you spiral into insecurity because the trust is just there. It's when your heart can finally relax because you feel steady, you feel grounded, instead of being on edge all the time. There's this really beautiful way to picture this, using the metaphor of Shiva and Shakti. Just think of Shakti as this raw, powerful energy of emotion, like a wild, beautiful fire. And Shiva represents calm, steady consciousness, the thing that gives that fire a safe place to burn. So when you have that consciousness holding space for the emotion, love becomes stable and supportive instead of just a chaotic mess. Okay, let's just get to the elephant in the room. I can practically hear you thinking it. After chasing intensity your whole life, doesn't a calm, stable love just sound, boring? It's a totally fair question. And here's the thing. Yeah, a part of you, the part that's been conditioned to crave drama and validation, it might find it boring at first. But while that part of us is loud, our deeper self, our soul, it doesn't get fed by chaos. It's nourished by peace. What might feel boring to the ego is actually the feeling of deep, genuine contentment. So this all brings us to the final and maybe the most powerful takeaway. How do we actually tell the difference in our own lives? How do we know if we're in attachment or in real love? If you need a simple test, it's this, right here. The intensity, the drama, the emotional whiplash, that's the proof of attachment, of Mo.
But that deep, quiet, steady feeling of calm, that's the proof of love, of Prem.
At the end of the day, the goal isn't to find a love that completely shakes your world and turns it upside down. It's to find a love that grounds you, a love that gives you a stable foundation to build on. Real love doesn't create chaos. It steadies you, right in the middle of all of it.
And that's the question I want to leave you with. Take a look at the connections in your life and really ask yourself, is this something that constantly shakes me with its intensity? Or is this something that gives me the calm and stability I need to feel steady? The answer? Well, it just might change everything for you.